it's Preeti here with another review of some beautiful toys. You might have seen an earlier video, an unboxing video actually, on these really amazing wooden animals from Izvetvey. They are a Russian company. You can find them on Etsy and they're all handmade. And I did an unboxing video with their whole collection, but today I actually just want to talk about the Izvetvey dinosaurs, which are absolutely gorgeous as well, and I think quite possibly their most popular item that they have for sale. And so I have the 5 here. It's a whole set. This is a Diplodocus. This is Stegosaurus. This is the Triceratops. And this is the Edaphosaurus. I'm having to read this because otherwise I'm going to mess up their names. And you can see him on the bottom of my hand. And this is a Velociraptor. They come magnetized on the bottom, so they'll actually stick to anything. I'm not sure if this is kind of funny. Nope. So actually I have an old bread knife, which you can actually get a little bit of scale for. And here is the Velociraptor, and there you go. Oh, he did fall off at some point, but it's pretty amazing. He could just stick to an ordinary bread knife, but he will pretty much stick to a refrigerator, if it's magnetized, your dishwasher, anything, a magnetic board. It's pretty awesome. They all have them. They're at the bottom. You'll see extremely teeny tiny slit. It's barely visible, and then the bigger ones, they have very strong magnets. But today I just want to talk about how they are and how we like them. They haven't been introduced to all the kids in the house yet, so we just be doing a follow-up review on how it's going up in a couple months. But I ended up picking these, and I've been looking at these for over a year because of how big they are. You can see my hand, and you can see how big he is. I mean, this Diplodocus is seriously huge. It's probably the largest wooden toy I've seen around, and the paint is absolutely spectacular. It's very lightly done, so you actually see the grain of wood, which I think is just marvelous. I mean, if you don't want to see the grain of wood, then you probably shouldn't be buying any wooden toys. And you can also feel a little bit of that grain. They're still really soft to touch, but you can feel a little bit of that grain on the dinosaurs. And older night. So I'm going just going to walk out for a second, and I'm going to pull the classic Grimm's Rainbow, because if you've seen this on a website or seen this anywhere, this gives you good scale. So, I mean, this is the Grimm's Rainbow, and this is our dinosaur. So, I mean, so you really get an idea of how big he is. And that's what I loved about them, because they were just so large, and I felt that they were actually a bit more realistic. Although, I don't know, Stegosaurus has pink on him and he's purple, but a bit just more realistic in colors and softer. They don't have, mouths, and they're not making smiles or anything, but they do have eyes, so you know where they're kind of looking, but they have some real stripes. I mean, there's a lot left to the imagination, but I think there's a little bit of realism in here, which is what I like. I mean, they're not plastic or PVC based toys that can have a lot of detail, like the Safari Limited, which I can show you here for a moment, or even Schleichs, which are super detailed. But I think in some ways for younger children, showing them like the real dinosaurs with the, their kind of teeth sticking out and stuff might scare them a bit. But, so I opted for something a little bit more neutral, but still with lots of personality. And that's him. Again, you can see the grain. These are all hand painted and handmade in Russia. Oh yeah, and see her, look at underneath, and their little bellies, or their big bellies. They use a couple of different types of wood. I think beech is one of them. Birch is another. But I would definitely contact them. They use water-based non-toxic paints, so it's great for little hands. Although I probably wouldn't give it to someone who'd be mouthing severely, because they could probably just break off a piece, or they might just, you know, chew on it a bit too much. But, you know, someone who's 1.5 and up is perfect. Yeah, you can see the carving. What also I love about Izvetvey's wooden animals are the roundedness to them. You can see when you look kind of head on, they've got this nice soft rounding. And I'll give you an example. Got one here. I have a Holztiger whale, an orca whale, and you can see kind of how more rectangular or squarish and boxy it looks here. And then it's got a little bit of that beveling in to give it that softness. And then we'll compare it to one of these. So I just happen to like this, though this Izvetvey one's better, but I mean, anyone, it's really a personal preference. I also liked how their faces tapered in a bit more realistically. Faces and animals tend to do that. Their heads go in a bit. So I kind of liked it then, more of the flattish look. And this is, I'd say, one of Holztiger's larger figures, and they have a few others that are also really large, but you can see in comparison how big it is. So you can just sit over here. But yeah, the set retails on Etsy for $140. There's currently a sale for 20% off. So if it's something you're looking to get in terms of wooden animals, or you're looking to get dinosaurs for your kids, highly recommend these. You know, they are still wooden toys, so you're always going to see a bit of the grain, and the paint isn't 1000% perfect. There's a little bit of lighter, a little bit of darker. It just depends on how the wood absorbs it. And yes, if your children are throwing these around, they can get scratched. I mean, this Grimm's Rainbow's been played with for years, and that's just how it is with wooden toys. But they're absolutely stunning, and because of the magnets, it's quite a lot of fun. We have the whole collection, so a couple of the other animals, my kids will just take them, and I'll see them hanging off the refrigerator or the dishwasher, which is just really entertaining. And allows for a lot of imagination. But you know, these big toys, they're so big, they're bigger than my hand, which really, you know, opens the room up for imagination. Here. I'll definitely be taking any questions, so feel free to write a comment below or message me, and I'll be happy to answer anything. It does take a few weeks, so it's 2 weeks processing time, and then a couple more weeks because they're being shipped from Russia. So don't order it and expect it here next week. I'd say order it and expect it here in 3 to 6 weeks. They average, so depending if there's a sale or not, and then including sales tax from Etsy, if you're based in the US, it's between $25 and $30 an animal. If you buy the whole set, you can always buy them piece by piece. That's totally fine too. This was my really big purchase for the year, for last year. So I wanted to just get it done. But individually, they are $33 each. So in the set, they're $140. So there's already some savings there. And then when they have a discount, it's even better. But yeah, this is it for Izvetvey's. I'll do another video on their other animals. But today I just want to talk about the dinosaurs, because I know how popular the dinosaurs are and how much little kids love them. And I recommend them for 1.5 years and up, for some really creative play. I think ages 3 to 7 would be awesome. And again, thanks for joining, and there'll be more videos on this. All right, bye.